Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and a good evening. I bid to Mr. Wan Muhammad Yusof. So I am Muhammad Fifi bin Osman. So for today, our group, we're gonna present to you about our journal review entitled A Strategy and a Structural Perspective. For the introduction, we have two main idea of the journal. Firstly, how do we firm that compete in different environments in the corporate entrepreneurship activities, and which corporate entrepreneurship activities are conducive to superior performance in different environments. Next, it is also developing the theoretical foundation of this question and focus on the relationship between corporate entrepreneurship and strategic management. Integrated model of corporate entrepreneurship, giving special attention to the strategic behavior, corporate context, and organization types. Next, there are many issues and problems that has been discussed in this journal. Of the issues or the problems are no consensus or collaboration toward the field on corporate entrepreneurship. There are many analogies from the scholars on creating new business by any individual young entrepreneur by viewing corporate entrepreneurship as a concept limited to new creation efforts in existing organization. Next, the problem that has been sought out in this journal for corporate entrepreneurship reform, including challenging reform activities, and the need to pursue corporate entrepreneurship arises from various pressing problems, and also indeed faces more complex challenges from practical and theoretical levels. Next, there are two objectives of this journal. The main objective of this journal is to expand the theory of entrepreneurship by providing a conceptual model of corporate entrepreneurship in organization and also in strategic processes. Besides, it is also focusing on relationship between corporate entrepreneurship and management strategy in corporate entrepreneurship integration model, paying particular attention to strategic behavior, corporate context, and also type of organization. So I would like to invite Ms. Anu Misran to present about context and findings.
Thank you, Afifi. Hello, I am Farhanom. I am going to talk about the connection between issues and theory. Okay, so as stated by Afifi earlier, for the issue of no consensus or collaboration towards the field on corporate entrepreneurship, evidently, corporate entrepreneurship is not confined to a particular business size or particular stage in an organization life cycle. This might be because of the changes in conditions and environment that create threats to firms' missions, hence increasing the rivalry in industry. Next, as for the pressing problems in pursuing a corporate entrepreneurship, this may cause a competition between firms in the same industry. However, the result will perceive in different environment as either manageable, complex, or uncontrollable. Moving on to the findings from this journal. Okay, one of the possible ways to achieve strategic renewal is by corporate venturing or new business development within an existing firm. Top management actions and responses to the right strategic behavior of middle managers may significantly influence the frequency and success of entrepreneurial effort in the firm. Furthermore, strategy in the entrepreneurial configuration is characterized by a tendency to seek product market innovation as a source of competitive advantage, an enterprising posture in seeking changes, and a moderate tendency to take risks. The firm level evaluates of entrepreneurship are important, and the impact from the environment needs to be considered. Also, entrepreneurs need to develop a conceptual vision in order to explore corporate entrepreneurship's world. Strategy and management from entrepreneur play an important role in managing a firm through creation and innovation. In sum, corporate entrepreneurship depends on capabilities and strategies in growing business development. That's all from me. Passing to the next presenter.
My name is Norifa Atira. I am going to brief about main point of the journal. We have two main point of the journal. First is how firms that compete in different environments vary in the corporate entrepreneurship activity. And second, corporate entrepreneurship activity that are conducive to superior performance in different environments. Before we go to the main part of the journal, we are going to brief about business environment for a little bit. First, business environment refer to some or collection of all internal or external factor such as employee, customer needs and expectations, supply and demands, management, client and supplier. These factors affect the function of the company and how a company work directly or indirectly. Some of the factors influence the company or business organization, environment, and situations. Go to the first main point. Firms that compete in different environment vary in the corporate entrepreneurship activity. It can be related to strategic renewal. Strategic renewal involve the creation of recent wealth through new combination of resources. Strategic renewal is the process of change and the outcome of adjustment in strategic directions. The objective of strategic renewal is to provide a strategic fit between a firm's internal capabilities and shift in the external environment. Further relation, a corporate entity has to choose new strategy that can be used to fulfill the business environment in Malaysia. I will pass the second main point to my group mate, Akila.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. To present the second main point is corporate entrepreneurship activities that are conducive to superior performance in different environments. First is corporate venturing. Corporate venturing is the action of creating new business within an existing organization. For instance, huge company invest in small company to help them develop. These investors are combining their resources to achieve more profit. The second point is business innovation. Business innovation is when companies are improving their product and services by applying new ideas, new services or products. It is usually used by companies to meet customers' demand. A company will be able to maintain or improve a company's reputation. The next present, please.
My name is Normashita Naja and I'm going to present about the weakness and way to improve the journal. Okay, there is one main weakness in this journal which they still using the traditional methods of corporate management and it's hard for them to grow their firm. If firms are new and small, the entrepreneur is responsible for important decisions and actions and there is little need to study entrepreneur strategy that revolves around the entrepreneur. As the firms become big and large, more people inside the firm are likely to get involved in its management. After a firm starts growing, the smaller the influence from a single individual gets and the more professional management becomes. It is important for the entrepreneur to recognize strategy issues in these firms. Hence, it is important for entrepreneurship do some research first so that they can recognize entrepreneurial dimension of strategy in addition to individual level entrepreneurship. Okay, there is one suggestion that have been made concerning suitable strategic choices under different environmental conditions. They need to change their game to another level and improve their innovations in the marketplace. Opportunities emerge from the energy of an industry where social, political, technological, and economic changes bring about new developments that can enrich a firm's niche. Corporate entrepreneurship helps to respond to these new competitive forces or through innovations and imitating competitors' practice. Firms that always view the environment as dynamic will underline corporate entrepreneurship. This will help the firm to grow domestically and international. Now I'm going to pass to Atira, the last presenter.
Hi and Assalamualaikum. My name is Atira Abdullah. So I'll be present for the conclusion of the journal review. As recorded in the journal, many researchers already made their view clear about corporate entrepreneurship. There are few questions can use for the future researcher. First, future researcher needed to understand the concept and field is important in order of making new research about entrepreneurship. Next, in order to receive the outcome of corporate entrepreneurship, they need to study more about the predictions in the future. That is about the growth of the firm. The firm grows in different type of phases. They grow in differently in those phases. Started with evolutionary phases and followed by revolutionary transformation. And the last one is entrepreneurship process. This process required the entrepreneur to play main role to lead the firm. The characteristic of the entrepreneur with strategic plan can grab many opportunities of having a proactiveness firm. Corporate entrepreneurship and corporate management play important role in order to develop the business. Both factors become the main sources to help grow the business. That's all from me. Thank you.
I think that's all from us on for presentation on our general review. Thank you so much for listening, Mr. Wanawat Yusuf. And Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.